All right, all right. Hey guys, it's Joshua Reviews. Let me just be the first to say this. First of all, sick-ass cover. ChromeSkull 2, sick-ass cover. I don't know what it is, but these covers, I mean, they go so well together. Look at this. It's like a work of art. Anyways, ChromeSkull 2. So I'd never seen this film. I saw the first one probably, I'd say, back in 2016, 2017. And I never saw the second one. I knew there was a second one, but I never saw it. I actually knew about the second one first because at the time that was the current one that was coming out. Never seen it, but it looked awesome. So as soon as I got done watching the first one, I was like, man, I gotta watch it. Never watched it. And now I finally have. So I'm just gonna cut straight into it. So let's talk about ChromeSkull 2. Lay the rest. ChromeSkull. Lay the rest too. Yeah. So. Anywho, so this first thing I like about this movie literally picks up right after the first movie. I like it when movies do that. Second, I like that the characters are back. Specifically, the one actor. I know at the time, the main girl who played the main character in the first movie, who was the director's wife, they got a divorce, so she couldn't be in it. I can imagine why, but you know. So, but the lookalike actress they got to play her character did a really good job. I didn't notice at first. I was like, oh, it's her. I'm like, wait, that's not, okay. That fooled me for a second. Even though they're only on screen for a short amount of time, I like the fact that they brought them back. That was cool. Okay, so this movie's plot has a lot going on. First of all, as I stated in my review for the first movie, we get to know a little bit more about ChromeSkull. Not necessarily his backstory, but we get to know like how things operate. First and foremost, not everyone's gonna like how they do it in this movie. This is a spoiler. I don't know how the fuck ChromeSkull survived in the first movie, but he survived somehow. I don't know if it's supernatural or not or whatever, but he survived somehow in the first movie, and it's explained that he got brought back by his team, and ChromeSkull is almost like this mobster boss for like killing people. And the movie has a bunch of different plot lines going on all at the same time. And the main plot is that a girl got kidnapped, similar to the girl from the first movie. She gets locked in the coffin, and we follow a group of detectives trying to figure out where is she gone, and as well as the main guy, or not the main guy, but the one guy who survived in the first movie. He's there, and he's kind of helping them piece together what's going on. And there's another subplot about one of the guys who works for ChromeSkull in the business. He is kind of jealous. ChromeSkull doesn't like him, so he wants to be like ChromeSkull. And as I was watching, just like, there's a lot of plot lines going on. I wonder if this is going to feel like overcrowded. Surprisingly, it doesn't. This movie did a great job at like portraying all the characters. You get a sense for who they are. I liked every character in this film besides maybe one or two who like was like, you know, the villain. ChromeSkull still kicks ass as usual. If you like kills, like if you're a slasher fan, there are some kills in this movie that I was just like, whoa, that's dope. I like that kill. There's one in particular with a female detective that I was like, that's gnarly. I don't think I've seen that before, at least done in the way that was done. Let me just say, at first I didn't know how to feel about, I don't know what that is. At first I didn't know how to feel about the whole, you know, mob boss kind of like industry that ChromeSkull's got going on. But then the more as the movie, well, I don't know what the fuck that sounds, but as the movie progressed, I was like, no, I actually don't mind this as much as I thought I would, you know. Yeah, I thought I would hate it, but no, as the movie progressed, I was like, I actually kind of like this. This is very interesting. And, you know, I was going to say, I thought this movie was a lot better paced than the original. And I think it was more entertaining than the original. But I will say this, the characters in the first movie, I think I liked more than in this one, because there's a lot of characters in this film. There's no necessarily there's not necessarily a main character. We're kind of following just a group of people. We have the detectives, we have the one guy from the first movie, the girl who got kidnapped, and her mom, and then you got another guy who's trying to be like ChromeSkull, which I dug. I dug how, like, you got people trying to replicate ChromeSkull. Because I was thinking, I thought that's what they were going to do in this movie. I thought because after the events of ChromeSkull 1, I was thinking to myself, oh, okay, so they're going to find like a copycat or something. I did not expect them to bring him back. I was like, what the fuck? He's alive? How the fuck did he survive that? I don't know, movie logic. I don't watch movies like this to, like, say, oh my god, this is not cinema. This I could pick holes in this. I watch movies like this to have fun. Okay, if I wanted to watch a deep, thought-provoking movie, I'd watch something like Citizen Kane or fucking Goodfellas. But movies like this, you just shut your brain off. Just have a good time. I'm sorry. And I did. I had a lot of fun with this movie. Now, things I liked. Kills were awesome. ChromeSkull was badass as usual. I thought the production quality was actually a lot better than the first movie. I liked how we got more of the backstory. It was interesting. The movie, surprisingly, didn't feel like overcrowded with so many characters, all these different plot lines going in different directions, which I liked because the movie kept me interested the whole time. I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored once. I wasn't thinking to myself, oh my god, when's this gonna end? I was thinking like, whoa, where's this gonna go? This got me like interested. I want to know more. What's going on? Okay, how's this gonna end? All right, this is picking up. Okay, that was pretty cool. That was a cool kill. And just, yeah, the look and feel. I love the way these movies look and feel. Now, one thing I want to address I did not like about this movie, and this is kind of a nitpick, but it doesn't really get addressed in the film. The main girl who gets kidnapped is slowly but surely going blind. And it doesn't really have like any, it's not really present throughout the film. Like, there's a few scenes where, like, they kind of try to, build tension where she's like, oh, I can't see anything. But that's about it. Nothing really gets done with that storyline. It's like, oh, she's blind, or she's going blind. So it's like, okay, what are you going to do with it? Oh, okay. You didn't do anything. Okay, that's fine. So that was just kind of a little thing. Another thing, because there are so many characters, the movie does move really fast. So because there's not a main character, there wasn't anyone I really could like cling on to. Like the first movie, I really, liked Tucker's character, who was just trying to help the girl, as she's credited, but her name's Princess in the film, because that's the name they gave her. I really like Tucker's like character arc, just about trying to protect this girl after losing his wife. I really like that. There's no character in this movie that's like that, but you get a sense of like who every character is, what their like their personality is. But there was not one that like, there was not like a standout. That's what I'm trying to say. There wasn't like a standout in the film besides the guy who's trying to be like ChromeSkull, which I was kind of thinking to myself like, oh, okay, they're going to do something with that. Like, he's going to become the next ChromeSkull, and like ChromeSkull's going to die. Spoiler alert, they don't really do anything with it. And same argument could apply to Halloween Ends, but I like that movie, so the less about that, the better. That's a conversation I would like to have with you, not in a YouTube video or comment section. So that conversation ain't gonna happen. But yeah, it didn't really go anywhere. So I have some minor nitpicks like that. Also, there was a few scenes in the beginning that were kind of awkwardly shot. There's one scene that's literally like filmed on a flip camera, which they don't have a flip camera. I did. That's how I got into film. I loved making movies on that thing. This thing was amazing. But they choose to shoot the scene on the flip camera. It's like, like, oh, hi, I'm documenting my thoughts and whatnot. She's at the hospital, getting eye surgery or whatnot. And it's just kind of pointless. They don't really do anything with it. And it was just kind of awkwardly shot. And I think towards the end, the pacing did start to get a little like, okay, we're kind of dragging this out a little bit. We could shorten it. But the movie, nonetheless, remained entertaining. I like the characters. The kills were dope. I mean, if you like the kills in the first movie, you're gonna love the kills in this one. There's some fucking gnarly kills. Again, I don't know why it's called the unrated director's cut. I haven't been able to find one that's like just the R cut. I don't know if it exists somewhere. Probably just on like regular streaming platforms. ChromeSkull was badass, and honestly, the way this movie ended, I really want there to be a third one, but from what I understand, they haven't got the chance to work on it, so I'm a little sad that we might not get a ChromeSkull 3. But as far as I'm aware, the director has said that he still has plans to work on it. So it's like, okay, cross my fingers, because I will see it. I will be there. I want to see it. It looks, dude, these two films, they're flawed. They're not perfect, but fuck, man, the amount of slashers I've seen that just have failed to entertain me, just bore me, have no interesting characters, no kills. These movies, they got you covered, man. They're flawed for sure, but these two films, I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to give this movie the same grade I gave the first one, A-. I think this movie's more entertaining than the first, but the first movie had more engaging characters. Not to say that the second one didn't have engaging characters. I just think the first one had more characters I can kind of cling on to, get a feel for who they are. That was the only thing I thought that was lacking in this film. Other than that, I like both of these movies. Go check them out. Anywho, we're almost done with the films I had scheduled. And I think after that, I'm going to do maybe one or two more reviews, and then I'll probably do Halloween month, because you guys know it's going to happen. That's going to happen. But stay tuned for Wolf Creek 1 and 2. That's going to be fun. So now that I'm done with ChromeSkull, I'll see you soon.